As a child in Sunday school, they always told us not to build a house on the sand. But they never mentioned anything about building a house out of sand. And that's where I find myself today, joining family and friends on the central coast of California at Carmel by the Sea and the 60th annual Sandcastle competition to win the golden shovel. Side note, it's not an actual golden shovel, but spray painted steel and wood. But it's still a great trophy of great renown, known worldwide, or at least locally, or at least among the residents of Carmel, California. Welcome back, folks, to Carmel by the Sea 2023. That's right, this is your host, Casey Alvernaz, for This Old Sandcastle. So, the crew's already... That tall, dark, and handsome fellow, that's me. I usually like to open with a few words of wisdom to start our journey of the day. That dodgy-looking character is my brother, Carrie.
Well, hello, Carrie.
Are you still pretending?
Pretending?
Yeah. Okay, guys, viewers at home, if you think he's at the beach, he's in Ripon right now. He did not show up this year. I know it looks like, oh, there's a beach, there's the ocean, people behind it. Movie magic. I literally see the green screen he set up in his garage.
Okay, we don't need to tell him all those
Well,
secrets.
I'm sorry, Mr. Disney. I didn't know you didn't want your secrets exposed.
Anyways, join us throughout the day and you see the...
Well, throughout the day is a long time. Have you met us?
That's true.
It's a lot to ask.
Join us throughout the morning as we're going to finish constructing this mastery of time.
Yes, and we is used very loosely here. Once again, he's still in bed at this time. I have a baby. It's a lot of work. Like, what do? You just go to work and you come home. Your wife does all the work. Mary's the real hero here. So we will have done something. Not too optimistic, but you know, we'll see how it turns out. Casey, he's having a great day.
Hashtag moms are heroes. We'll check in later. This is your host, Casey Alvernaz, signing off.
The first requirement of any sand sculpture is sand and water. And for today's endeavor, hundreds of gallons of water and thousands of pounds of sand will need to be needed. Rules require hand tools and buckets. So, for the first hour, it's a first-hand experience in medieval construction techniques. The leader of our group is in that wide brim hat. This arbiter of the sand is my brother Joey, and it's upon his shoulders this campaign relies.
Joey only has 4 instructions. Sand, sand, and more sand.
The rules of the event are simple. Each year, the contest has a theme. The teams have from 7 a.m. till 12 p.m. of build time, 5 hours total. They can use any naturally occurring element on the beach in their build. Sand as the primary, but seaweed, driftwood are also allowed. They are judged on creativity and how well they use the theme. The subject of this year's contest, time travel to the future. How do we decide what we're going to build? That can be best described by reading the transcription of a text Joey sends out the night before.
Okay, buckos, here's what I'm thinking. For the design of this year's sandcastle, since the theme is time travel to the future, I'm planning on doing something with a robot and AI. Playing off of the idea of the question of where technology leads, a robot in the pose of Rodin's thinker, sitting on a round disc upon which the negative of a robotic Vitruvian man has been carved. In each hand, he'll hold a different tool: hammer, wrench, whip, and sword. And the title will be, What Will AI Become?
There sometimes can be a few dissenters from the aspirational goals of Joey's plan.
Dubious at first, but it is possible. It depends on what level he's happy with and how detailed he wants to get. He's gonna try to get too detailed and mess it up, and I'm gonna have to save him again, I fear. But I hope I'm wrong.
It is important to note that Carrie, quote, saving anything is a controversial topic in the sandcastle community. I may have seemed to have disappeared from the work on the main sculpture, but never feared, loyal watcher. I've been busy creating the canvas and carving out the defining question of our art today and humanity's future of tomorrow. I'm hoping the precise hand-hewn block lettering may impress the future machine overlords. It is here I must note that many times Joey's artistic and lofty notions of what we can build have to be grounded in reality. But this year, we said, let's go for it.
Turn out. Turned out good, James. How did it go?
Overseeing the whole thing, even during his nap time. He's
Wow.
saying, you guys are not slaving hard enough.
How'd it go?
I mean, everyone ignored me last year when I said do it smaller. Instead, we decided to do it bigger, but you know, semantics.
Austin?
Bigger's better.
Bigger's better. Leela,
I think we rocked it.
how did we do?
Hard work pays off.
Hard work pays off.
You did excellent.
Turned out pretty good. Only 2 minor collapses on the shoulder and then in the back here, and both of those, we can live with those, so.
Come on, guys.
The old people are taking a moment to relax.
The time between the completion of the sculpture and the judging is used to catch your breath, have a sandwich, or walk around to enjoy the builds of fellow competitors. The judging takes place with charm and pageantry. The assorted judges, local members of the Carmel community, having been chosen to put on the red vests that mark their station, they go forth armed with clipboards and pens, ready to pass judgment on many. Yet, award just one the honor of the Golden Shovel. Winning the Golden Shovel is always fun. You get your 30 seconds on the local news, the congratulation from those observers passing by. Yet the tide will rise and the waves will push in, wiping out the evidence of your day's work. All that's materially left is a painted shovel. But that's not the only prize for the day. I got to reunite with friends and family, to see couples come together in common cause, joining in an adventure outside the mundane of normal life. To experience the joy of sharing something for the first time with the next generation. It's the vision of Joey looking at a pile of sand and a bucket of water and seeing what can be built, then inspiring others to join him in his quest. Sand is a fickle thing, and you don't build something like the Thinker on your first day out. It takes years of the vision being greater than the ability, disappointing contests, and epic collapses. Yet, with anything that's worth doing in life, you have to make a choice to try. So I encourage you, loyal watcher, next time you get the chance to pick up your metaphorical bucket and shovel and create that first pile of sand. It's well worth the endeavor, which is a far greater prize than any golden shovel. This, as always, is your host, K to the CKC, signing off. On another note though, if it's an actual golden shovel, that's an awesome prize too.